All right. So this is gonna be a thing. I'm I'm not scared. I'm not terrified. I'm not fucking okay. Hey, hi ho, and howdy everyone. My name is Shannon Shook, and welcome yet again to another episode of Madoka Magica. Okay. So a couple things before we do get started. I do apologize if I'm a little wonky going into this. Number one, obviously, I am watching an episode of Madoka. So there's some hesitation, and fear, and concern, as one might expect. And I also did just come off of watching Nichijou, and obviously Nichijou has a tendency to turn one's brain into pudding, in a nice way, unlike some shows. Yeah, so obviously I got some stuff to talk about a little bit before we get started. I'm not gonna obviously I have had some time to talk about all of the last episodes, so I don't think I'm actually gonna take much time at all to talk about that one too much. Obviously, if you've been paying attention, I recorded my reaction to the last episode, which went up, and then a good day or two later, I got around to recording an hour and a half long discussion video, basically just going over everything that I couldn't think to say at the end of episode 3. Because obviously, if you watch that, the end of that's just me losing my fucking mind. Being a couple days later, obviously my opinions had changed quite a bit. My rationale had changed quite a bit. My thought process and everything had changed quite a bit. And I had cried a couple times by then. And by the end of the fucking video, obviously that extra 15-minute bit, I was in a completely different fucking place. Because everything suddenly felt very, very real. So anyway, obviously that is a long ass video, so I don't know if everyone sat through it. Actually, I know everyone did sat through it because I can see what view counts are. But point is, yeah. So I did both that and took a long time to talk about that, and I thankfully got to talk a lot to you guys in the comments of both of those videos. And the biggest thing I want to say before anything else is I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been so understanding and caring and worried about me and shit like that. Again, it never kind of ceases to fucking, surprise me how nice everyone fucking is sometimes. Yeah, the last episode obviously put me in a pretty bad place, especially as time went on. And it's the weirdest experience I've ever had with a show on the channel. And I've had a few very unique experiences with things, but I don't know. This one has kind of been its own whole other thing. Because, again, I went into it expecting things, and I knew things going in. I've been spoiled on this show more than I've been spoiled on a good few other shows, which I've been spoiled on. I don't know, I went in knowing, and yet it wasn't enough to fucking protect me at all. It did for a moment, out of, I don't know what it was, ignorance or fucking denial, but that shit didn't last, and obviously it got pretty bad after a bit. Again, I want to say thank you for everyone who was so goddamn kind to me and understanding. I will say here in a more broad environment, basically what I ended up saying to a lot of you guys, which was because a lot of you were like, hey, yeah, it's gonna be like this through most, if not all, of the show. It's not gonna be an easy thing. And again, I didn't expect it to be going in. I didn't expect it to be the kind of awful that it was. When it comes to this show, I would like to see it through. I would very much like to see it through. The reason I couldn't do it with Made in Abyss is because it hit too hard in a specific area that I could not continue with. It wasn't just an emotional thing. It was a physical thing. Like I talked about it. I can't do gore, and that clearly had crossed the line for me where it was. And while that's a great show, I couldn't do it. Obviously, that's not the kind of thing that they do in this show, but it does hit in its own weird ways and differently. Like, I've watched a ton of really sad shit on the channel. I have. You watch some sad shit on here. Fucking Plastic Memories and Anohana and shit. Like, Your Lie in April, which is going on right now, is fucking depressing as hell. Like, all of those are pretty fucking brutal goddamn shows, but it's a very different kind of sad. Like, there's a difference in this. I think the biggest difference, and I kind of mentioned it in another show here recently, but there's something very different about having, say, an entire show to fall in love with a character and grow into them and see their struggles and their strifes and move along with them and see them grow, even if you know in the end they're not going to make it through, or they're going to die, or whatever the case may be. That is a very real, painful, tangible fucking bit of sad in relation to the concept of, like, death. And this is a completely different thing, and yet it impacts just as much, if not even more, in its own weird way. Like, again, I never felt sick, like sick to my stomach, watching any of those other shows. Or playing a game or whatever the case that has that sort of a run. Because it felt so impossibly wrong to have someone, I didn't even have that chance. I didn't even have a chance to fall in love with Mommy at the time. And I have a lot since the episode's come out and it's gone. I really have. I really fucking like her, and it fucking was awful. I hate it so much. I like, every once in a while throughout the past couple of days, I will just have a little flash like, oh yeah, that happened. And I just get fucking queasy, and I get so upset, and it's so fucking, I don't know. Is such a different kind of awful. But I want to continue the show. I would very much like to. That is the plan. Obviously, if you watch those previous ones, I talked a little bit about how, like, hey, I'd like this to come out every week or every other week or whatever the case may be. Whatever I can do, a couple times in, whatever I can do to get it out as consistently and as commonly and as fast as I can. And I don't think I can do that. Not because of time, but because it's a different thing. A lot of people were like, hey, if you need to call it, we understand. You got fucked up here, clearly. So we get it. If you need to take breaks, we fucking get it. If you need to go slow, we get it. And I appreciate the hell out of that. I really do. But if I can, I would like to continue. Now, that if I can is a big part of it. So the plan is to continue on as best I can. I'm going to take it more slow than I had originally planned. I'm going to take what time I need. If I absolutely have to take a break, I'm going to do that. If I need to make another hour-long fucking video, an hour-and-a-half long goddamn video where I just sit here and talk things through, then I'm going to do it. And if it absolutely comes down to it, if it gets too much, then I will call it. But if I don't have to do that, then I'd rather not do it. I will do my best to keep you guys posted, and if I have to, trust me, I will make sure that you know, and that I will probably apologize another 5,000 fucking times. But yeah, I would like to continue it. So that's what we're gonna hopefully try and do. I don't know how it's gonna be moving forward from here. Obviously, I've talked about before the remaining spoilers that I have, and I tried to talk about everything through as best I could, as full on, as in detail as I could, with the last episode and with Mommy. So I obviously know some sad shit, and I don't know how it's gonna do me or whatever. Again, I kind of left off with a whole lot of confidence again, and then a whole lot of doubt again, because that's how that tends to go apparently. And I, like I said in the description of that video, I am not gonna take any more time to focus on what I think might happen or might not, or definitely will or definitely won't, because that's not really gonna get me anywhere. The chance to get my hopes up on stuff isn't really gonna do me any good. It's just gonna fucking hurt me more, and ingraining myself too much in the other side of it is just gonna make me fucking sadder. So I'm gonna try not to focus on it much anymore. Obviously, I don't know. I'm gonna try not to talk about that too much or focus on it. And we're just gonna kind of try and go through. I don't think I have anything else really I need to say in regards to it. In regards to the last episode. So I think we're pretty much just going to be able to jump into this. I apologize if I'm not super talkative. I know, like, again, I just recorded an episode of Your Lie yesterday. And I think I said like 2 words through the whole fucking video. Jesus Christ. And that wasn't even the worst episode of that show for me so far. So I don't know. I don't know. I will do my best to give my thoughts where I can and talk things through. And obviously I don't know exactly how this is going to go, but I have some fucking ideas of how this episode is going to continue, considering where we left off. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to just continue on through the series as we can, and I will keep you guys posted. Again, I want to thank everyone for understanding where I'm at here on this, and for looking out and being so goddamn kind to me. For waiting so goddamn long in the first place, just to have me immediately fucking collapse into a puddle of sad and sick and fucking awful. Goddamn, I'm so glad I waited. Because again, like, not only, like, I kept saying a couple times in those videos, but like, I was glad that I waited, because if it had hit me when it hit me, I think it would have been even worse. But then it got so much worse from that point on. Like, again, the person that I am in the beginning of that hour-long video is a completely different fucking state of being than I am in the last 15 minutes, what I recorded a couple hours later. I don't know, man. It's been a fucking experience. And, yeah, this one has really, really hurt in some very weird, unique, different, awful ways. So I'm definitely a bit more scared of it than usual, and I'm pretty fucking scared of everything. Like, I've been putting off Grisaya a little bit, because always terrified of Grisaya. It's got my favorite character in it. I hate seeing her sad. She tends to be sad a lot. It sucks. Yeah. It's gonna be a thing, man. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. and I'm gonna do my best to do. I'm gonna do my best to do. Yeah, man. Okay. It is weirdly really upsetting. It's such a different fucking experience, man. Anyway, we're gonna go into episode 4 of Madoka Magica, and again, I'm imagining we're going to be picking up fairly soon, right after that. I'm not ready to fucking see how everyone's holding up. It just sucks, man. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go in 3, 2, 1, go. Fuck. Is that Sayaka? How you holding up, girl? Gonna have to throw out a pretty big fuck you show for, yeah. Just life's just fucking unfair sometimes. Oh, man. Fucking A. I would say don't show me this, but I know that I'm gonna get plenty of it as I'm going, so fuck. That was way too quick from my heart to do that. That was fucking stupid. It was the back of her head for a quarter of a second, dude. Fucking Christ. I fucking hate it. It's good to know that I'm gonna fucking cry at the goddamn opening every time, despite it being a pretty... Yeah, every time. It's gonna be cool. Look forward to that. Also, this baby is Kaori too, so that gives me the smallest bit of... got fucking anything to add here, baby girl? If I can not cry through the whole fucking episode, that'd be amazing. But I'm feeling super fucking confident about that. You know, you just went through some pretty traumatic shit. Just fucking dope, man. It just sounds kind of gross and predatory in a way when you say it like that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's what I'd call it. This fucking show making me get mad at a fucking Cassandra Lee Morris character. How the fuck? Definitely ain't your fucking fault. Hey, man. I don't know what I expected her personality to be like, but I don't know if that was it. So I'll give the one positive thing that I can possibly think to say. Sadly, it's also a positive thing that I've had since before I ever started the show, so it's nothing new gained here. It's just old shit. Sayaka's outfit looks great. Yep, that's about all I got. Fucking hell, man. I hate this outro too, by the way. I don't know if I said that last time, but I really do. There's so much mommy shit in here too. Fuck. I almost just fucking threw up. Okay. That was the first time that's ever happened. Like I'm gonna just pretend that was just a coincidence on timing. Fucking Christ. I hate being in a situation like this because I know I just almost didn't say anything through that whole episode, and I still am at the end, and I don't think I have anything to say. I especially hate it because I immediately am coming off of the last episode. It's a week later, but I'm coming off the last episode where I couldn't fucking shut up. And I just don't know what to say here. Because I don't know how to feel about... I mean, I kind of know that I don't like that Sayaka's now in it. I don't know how to feel about how her wish came through, because I don't know how that situation's going to go with her friend. It was also just interesting seeing how differently Sayaka's taken things compared to Madoka. Because obviously, at the end of the last episode, when we saw Sayaka, she really wasn't taking it super well. Obviously, she was very... I think that's kind of the interesting thing about it, is she's... I think the best way to say it is she's been very defiant. She wasn't as much just sad at the end of that last one. She was angry. And in here, she's very acting in the face of the situation. She's kind of come in with confidence now that she has her powers and stuff, and she's immediately fucking shit talking Homura, and I don't know, man. And that scares me, because now I'm so goddamn worried about her. It's not like I didn't know that eventually she was gonna fucking do it anyway. It's a show about magical girls. I know everyone in it is a fucking magical goddamn girl. Not everyone, obviously, but you know what I mean, what I'm trying to say. Like the main five or whatever. And then you have Madoka, who is just fucking terrified. And I don't know. It really fucking hurts to see. There's still obviously a good few things I'm pretty curious about. There's still a lot about Homura and Madoka and their relationship and their situation that we still need to learn about. Because if I remember correctly, doesn't the first episode open up with Madoka dreaming about Homura and they're in a very clearly fucked up situation, and Homura and Mami, when they were talking, they had talked about how Madoka was special in some ways, and how it's been very much talked about how Madoka is special in ways, whether it purely just be because, that kind of like pure of heart thing, the power of her wish, the wanting to do good for other people above all else, or there being even more to it. And I obviously have ideas, but it's they're ideas where like I wouldn't even want to talk about them because I have no fucking clue, and they're like random, completely out of left field shit, and so I don't have any confidence in any of them. And if we learned anything, if I have confidence, I'll fucking go on about it. But apparently, I don't in any of this, so I'll have to wait and see where we go from here. Yeah, literally everything mommy related fucking really hurt. The like in the labyrinth or whatever with all the TVs and shit, that got really difficult to watch after a while. There to a point where after a while, especially when it got to one part where after it got to one part in there, I couldn't fucking look at the TV anymore. It's just upsetting. Again, I never thought I was gonna actually give as much of a shit about her as I did, especially not considering what the fuck, considering the circumstances and everything. But it's just so fucking unfair and disappointing. Again, we got to see a little bit of Sakura, I guess. Kyoko or whatever. Off to a great start, looking like a total asshole, so that's great. Can't wait for her to start shit with Sayaka. That's gonna be fun. I don't know, man. Fuck. Anyway, I definitely don't think I can really say much more than that. That's just where I am at right now. And I guess that'll have to be where it is until next week. So, if you guys enjoyed that, I don't know how you did, but if you guys enjoyed that, then go ahead and give it some love, and I will see you guys next time. Again, it always bothers me as you know, and this is different than it was last time for sure, because last episode I was very just like nah. This one, again, I wasn't talkative for a lot of it, and that's something that always bothers me, but I also know that I was fucking crying through most of it, and that's why I wasn't talking. So, I know that accounts for something. I hope it does. I always feel bad. Anyway. When was the last time I actually looked at the fucking camera? I've just been staring down here the whole time. Fuck. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you guys are staying safe and taking care. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time for more. I'm sorry I don't have more to add. Just fucking hurts. At least, I'll say this. This episode feels like what I expected the show to be. This like, it hurts and it's sad, but it's a very different kind of feeling than the last episode was. And obviously there was some return of some of those feelings here and there. Again, I straight up almost just fucking threw up earlier a second ago. That was weird. I couldn't tell how much a part of that is like, I have a hiccup. It's just, it was so weirdly timed with talking about mommy. By the way, again, apparently I'm going to cry in the fucking intro every time because, you know, she's just being happy and cute in there and living her best. So, cool. I'm sure as we go along, that's just going to happen with more and more people. So that's great. So I'm going to go. I love you guys very dearly, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.